Yeah, exactly.
Welcome back to the CheekCast podcast, season 2, episode 5, actually, because I know what season it is and what
We're
episode it is.
behind.
Oh my god, when was the last time we posted a video? 2 weeks ago. And that one was recorded like 3 weeks before that.
We
Because
should just go to maybe bi-weekly or monthly because we are
you,
awful
you know
at
what?
keeping a
You know
schedule.
what? We're going on CPT time, bro. You get one when you get one. Like, that's what we're doing. We're all adults.
CPT.
Sometimes it's too hard to coordinate. And it's weird because since I've been streaming till 11, that's midnight for Thomas.
Yeah, it's
And
late.
if it's on a weekend, most of the time we're already too tired to do anything after stream. And then if it's a weekday, man gotta work.
Yup.
So,
Out here grinding.
cause I'm out here grinding. But it is what it is. It's alright. Today, I don't even know what we're starting with today. It's been a minute since we've talked, since we've recorded anything, and a lot has happened in that short amount of time. Like the Twitch stuff, the kick stuff, the signings, the games that have come out, the
I guess you're right. There has been quite a bit
and a
of
lot of
stuff
stuff,
going on.
dude. But I don't even know where to start, to be honest. Where do we even start for something like this? What do we start talking about? We just start talking about Thomas's girlfriend, Amaranth, was signed by Kick. Alongside,
I'll lock that down.
she was signed like a couple days or a day after they signed XQC. And XQC got, despite everybody saying it's $100 million contract, he got signed to Kick. Non-exclusive, which means he can just stream on Twitch as well. For, I think they said 70 million plus
Yes.
equity and some other bonuses too.
Yeah.
Which is
Correct.
insane. And then Amaranth, I think, got signed for like a 50 million or something. Probably something like that.
It was
You know how many
crazy.
gas stations she could buy with that? Damn.
You could buy
So many.
so many gas stations. Imagine the boobs you could buy with $50 million.
Just gold-plated.
You could buy
Rack
literally
bricks.
you could buy machine gun titties. Like from Awesome Powers. Like you could literally have machine gun in your boobs. But
Wow.
it is what it is. And a lot of people have been not knowing what to do, switching between Twitch, fucking Kick, and there's no right answer to any platform. But I'm gonna tell you, personal opinion, because that's what we talk about on this podcast, is we give our thoughts, our feeling, our feelings, our emotions towards things. Not really, but we do give our opinions on things. And I'm gonna tell you, whatever Kick is doing, that shit is just not gonna work forever. There's just no fathomable way they can do 95.5 with little ads and paying people at salary. That's insane.
It's not just the minimal ads, right? It's it's the fact that there really isn't a lot of money coming into, there can't be. Granted, I have not seen their financial reports. I don't know if they post those publicly. Some companies do for their shareholders and all that. I don't know. They're an Australian company, so I'm not exactly sure how that works. Um
You have to read it upside down.
I just I don't know how there's a few creators out there that realize that it's not that it's shady, it's just it's not physically sustainable as a big business. There's no way. It's not possible to sustain like that. You can't live off hopes and dreams and 5%. You
I
just
mean,
can't.
to put it into the lamest perspective, like imagine going into your McDonald's that's near your house, and there's a line out the door. There's 17 people in line, right? That's the viewers of Kick. And then inside, there's 25 workers, right? That's the streamers of Kick or the workers. And you go up to the counter and you pay $20 for your meal. And that cashier, that worker keeps 18 of those dollars and puts them in his pocket and then puts 2 in the register. That business isn't making any money. There's just no way that's working.
Not for more than a couple years.
No, you're severely losing. You're hemorrhaging money at that point.
Now, I understand that the owner of Stake is very, very wealthy. And apparently, Stake itself is not the parent company of Kick. Um, they're related, but it is not the parent company. So,
It's the guy, right? Whoever the guy is the one who technically owns the company.
no, actually, you can look up the actual detail, the hierarchy of the company, but no, it is and it's not. It's not directly him. Um, but either regardless, it's a business setup that just doesn't seem sustainable. But regardless, right now people really love it and they're getting a ton of hype, and that's great. If people are seeing success in any form, that's
Yeah,
great
yeah.
for
And
them.
if you make the mistake I did, right now Kick is trending on Twitter. The first post I saw was a girl uncover her entire boobs and say, "Come watch my Kick." So,
Yep.
if you want to know how it feels to go over there, I
How
mean,
awful. Where was this so I know what to avoid?
it was it
He's
was
got to
on Twitter, dude.
he's got to he's got to block that on his browser to make sure he can't ever see that
Mm-hmm.
again.
Yeah.
Um the thing that I want to say about Kick, I'm all about free speech. Uh platform can make the choices of what they want to allow or ban or whatever. Um, I'm not a fan of titty streamers. I'm not a fan of, you know, any of that. It's not for me. I don't really care. I don't care about gambling. Don't care about any of that. But what I'm not completely understanding about the people rooting for Kick so hard, or really just saying it's obviously the best option with the drama going on with Twitch, is the same people that are um, pro freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and they want to be able to show sexual stuff online or um, whatever, even the LGBT community, all that. They want to stream on Twitch, and that's fine because it's easier for them and there's less limitations. I understand that. But Kick is full of some really gross, hateful people as well. There's Nazis on Kick. There's there's extreme racist groups
I
on
mean,
Kick.
like I still say, bro, I have a literal video of gay porn on Kick,
That too.
like being played live on the website.
Yeah, it was. That
And it
was
could
we
be any
all we
kind of
all
porn,
saw.
but the fact that the porn is just on there in general is insane.
It's a weird, you know, not everyone has an 18 plus community. Um we've had some relatively younger people like 16, and they
I
can
mean,
do what they
think about
want, but
being a part of that community. Do you really want to be bumping elbows with the dude next to you? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I see so many people that feel like like I said, like in alternative communities or the LGBT community, and they want to go to Kick because whatever, Twitch limited them or whatever the case is. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's different reasoning, but do you really want to be streaming the same game and around the same people that might just hate rage you quite literally? Like, I'm not sure if that's happening yet, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it's
it's already
eventually gonna
happening.
happen. And it's
I mean,
like,
people
how?
literally name themselves Slur Lover 69 and go into
Yeah,
channels and just hang out.
I just
But
do y'all really feel safer there than on Twitch that's been
see, to me, it's not even
limiting? I don't
safer.
know.
It's like, do I want to really take a community to a platform that's just like that? Like, do I want, like, when Panda hops off of my stream and he's like, I'm looking for somebody else to go stream, and he
Mhm.
browses through Kick and it's just slot machines and half naked bitches everywhere, like, and just right on the front page, like, like damn near probably naked bitches on the front page.
There
Like,
are
do I
some
really want to
sometimes.
subject my community to that when I'd rather my community be like, I'm just gonna go watch this person play this game, or go watch Blacksmith or Zen or Breeks, but instead you just subject them to all that. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's a weird. It's weird. We're in a weird spot.
Not
Streaming is in a weird spot.
not to mention that all their support's done through DMs on fucking Twitter. Like,
ooh,
even be able to change the password on my account because there's fucking no email on it. I have to DM kick streaming on Twitter. Like, see how stupid that sounds? Like,
Yeah, if your support base is on Twitter, you need to reevaluate a little
Yeah,
bit
that's where
as a company.
Elon needs to be making the monies. Hey, if you getting so many DMs a week, like you got a hustle going on.
They're
You
gonna
can't
pull a
be
they're gonna
you
pull a
can't be
Reddit
using Twitter
API
as
scam.
Jira. Like,
you're
yeah,
gonna pull a Reddit API scheme. That's another one we could talk about too. If you didn't hear about that, Reddit recently. Recently? How recent is that? A couple weeks, probably.
Yeah, they announced it like last
Uh,
month, I think.
3
weeks ago
protest was
now?
like
Yeah,
2
they
weeks
announced
ago.
they announced what they were changing their API to start charging. I don't know how much they were going to start charging. I never read that full story.
It was a lot. I don't
But I
remember
heard it
off
was
the.
like $200 a month or something for
No,
Reddit.
no, no. It's per access.
Yeah, it's like 10,000.
Yeah, it's like 20 cents per access or something like that. So for some every time you do something as an interaction with Reddit from a third party app, like clicking the upvote or the
Oh
downvote or a
yeah, and
comment
I
or
remember
whatever.
people were talking about it because it pertains to their bots too.
Yes, it would. It
So
would
none of the
any
bots would
interaction.
work because they'd have to pay for everything the bots would do.
Oh
Yes.
no, how horrible!
I mean, it's a weird move from Reddit, but it I get it, and I get it from a business standpoint. Like the third party uh, Reddit readers, and they were doing really well. They were doing helpful things, and more people were using third party Reddit apps because they're objectively better than the Reddit app. Maybe Reddit does want to make their app better and more functional and accessible, but yeah, I mean, I doubt it, but
I mean, there was one app that literally was for disabled people who couldn't use their hands or,
mhm,
whatever they were deaf or death. They were
They
deaf.
were,
they were dead.
were suffering
They were
from
They were
death.
zombies.
dude.
It was
Super
zombie
disabled.
friendly.
Like, no, but they were deaf with an F or blind or something, and they had like an entire one for that. And that one's they're just like, yeah, that's just not happening anymore.
Yeah, it's
Um,
weird.
it turns out the Reddit protests. Um, first off, the people who were protesting put a day on it. They said, we're going to do it for 48 hours. And I'm like, okay, so they just got to sit there for 2 days and just not run the website. That's just really dumb for you to tell them how long you're going to do it. Yeah, you're fucking, we're protesting. I'm walking out of this bitch, but I'll be back on fucking Monday. Okay, so you're just giving them a weekend.
That's
So,
what happened.
They did that, and that was really funny. They put a day on it, and then somebody's like, hell no, we're not putting a day on it. It's indefinite until we decide, blah, whatever. So they talked about that. And Reddit's just like, yeah, but they just can't do that. This is just not possible. So the moderators just started removing people from subreddits and just taking the subreddits over on their own. It was like, yeah, we're done. This coup is over.
Yeah, and apparently Reddit, the actual Reddit devs have been reaching out to the larger communities, essentially saying, if you're not going, if you're going to try to permanently close and delete this subreddit, we're just going to remove you as a mod because you're denying, essentially public information, and you're trying to delete it all. I don't know. It's a weird spot.
Yeah, open them all up. Let's see that seedy underbelly.
Listen, I'm sure there's a few that I wouldn't mind got deleted, but who am I to take away someone's right to have a fetish for toe jam? I don't know. Like,
Ooh,
Yeah, but
spread that on some
they said that
toast.
was the downfall. I don't know if it's over or what's exactly happening with it anymore. But I know somebody was saying that the downfall is Redditors can't stay off of the fucking website, so they just the people are already going back to it because they
yeah.
can't.
I'm
The people on
addicted.
Reddit are like, fuck, I need my cats meowing at women's feet porn, and they need to watch it, so they
No,
went
I'm gonna
straight
tell
back
you
to the
though.
Cats
website.
meowing at feetporn.com.
I don't know. I
What?
thought of something super off the wall.
The
Oh,
issue
it's
is
real.
Reddit is full of
No way.
no.
No.
Okay.
Thank
Like,
God.
no way.
I'll
That's a
stop
real
my bit.
subreddit.
Someone just heard that though, and they said, "Oh, it's not real. Time to get on Reddit right now and get it started."
I'm now a Reddit mod.
um, I just people need that information that's on Reddit. That is true. There's a lot of bullshit on Reddit. Don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of good stuff on Reddit too. A lot of knowledge and opinions, and
Agreed.
it is valuable. And I wish it wasn't, but it is. So there's
First
not a whole
thing you
lot you can
do.
do.
Reddit is essentially Google, except somebody tried the answer already.
Exactly.
So you look it up and you're like, why does this fucking work? And then you type Reddit in after it, and they go, I tried it, and it doesn't fucking work, and here's why it doesn't work. And then you're like, oh, that's why it doesn't work.
Perfect.
Let me fix that. And then you fix it. But if you don't put Reddit, then you're going to be reading some fucking GameSpot post about why Kratos' is fucking left toe is bigger than his right, or whatever fuck GameSpot posts nowadays. They post like 17 times a day.
They literally they're a garbage site now, unfortunately.
Like, my goodness. Might as well be BuzzFeed at that point.
Which they're going
So-
bankrupt, in case you did not know that. They
Yeah,
are
I thought they
actually
already
closing.
broke up.
I think I'm pretty
Did
sure
they
we
did
posted
it
that in the
happen?
group chat, and we all rejoiced.
Got it. Yeah, I didn't know when that was actually happening, but for anyone who doesn't know, that happened. So good stuff, Good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a lot of fun stuff going on. Let's see what else has happened in the past. A lot has happened in the past month. That's the hard part, is getting to everything that has happened. Right.
Yeah.
And then you see stuff trending. Like, I'm like, let's talk about like Rockstar's trending. So I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be perfect. We're gonna have GTA 6 talking about GTA 6, right? It's not. It's just random people picking their nose, apparently.
That's true. However, they did show gameplay. Now that you mentioned that, they did show gameplay of GTA 6, and it looks great.
I hope so. It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something great.
Did you see it?
No.
It does look really good. I don't know how anybody's computer is gonna run it. To be honest with you, it looks so damn detailed. It's a little scary. But they said they're also integrating AI into their NPCs. So now there will be like random world events that can happen, like a car accident, and police will actually respond to the car accident, and things will happen around that, and you can involve yourself as well.
Nice.
So you can also rob full like malls and stores and gas stations and stuff like that.
Hell
They
yeah.
finally found a use for ChatGPT.
Exactly.
No, dude, they've been implementing that shit in a whole bunch of different games.
They have.
The
So
random AI chat, and I mean, they literally just made a Skyrim mod that the NPCs just talk to you
yeah.
and like just say random stuff. Like, the dude doesn't say, "Have you ever look like you've never been to the Cloud District," wherever the fuck that guy is.
Yeah.
Apparently
By
has a
him?
whole bunch of different dialogue now, and people are like, I'm personally waiting for people to post videos of them saying really creepy shit.
Wait for it, the learning AI.
Yeah, like you walk in somewhere and it goes, "Hey, Michael, how you doing today?" And it'll be like, "My character's name is John Von Pewtersmith." Like, how the fuck did you come up with my first name? Like,
Would you like to? Would you like to buy this thing out of the shop? Are these your credit card numbers?
that's what I'm saying, bro. Are you enjoying the AI mod that you installed off of Nexus Mods for Skyrim onto your D drive? What? Like,
We've noticed there's other people in the room. Would you like to uninstall SexMod 32?
I mean, it's interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure a lot of games, if Rockstar can do that successfully, a lot of games will follow suit to that.
Do you think you could make ChatGPT moan?
Please don't ever ask that question ever again.
Let's
Never.
ask
No one needs to
ChatGPT.
ask that question. Like, what is that?
How do I make you?
Let me ask it. Hold on. I'm paying for ChatGPT 4. Hold
I
on.
just want to know, dude, because if people are using it to make NPCs somewhat fucking there, like, can an NPC just be like, you walk past and I go, oh, and there's people walking.
Jesus Christ. Just so you know, OpenAI, ChatGPT is not the only AI system out there right
I'm just
now.
saying, not whether it's ChatGPT I know there's one somebody made called Dami Mommy GPT,
Oh
and it's
no.
literally just because the first thing everybody was spamming is please don't close Dami Mommy when they were talking about when somebody said they hacked the Chat GPT server or whatever. They were like, please don't hack Dami Mommy, and I'm like, is this real?
Oh
And
boy.
it wasn't just one. It was like of 20 plus comments, all asking the same thing. And I'm like, oh, so that means they're talking to an NPC that acts like a dominant woman, and they're just loving it. Imagine getting your
Uh-huh.
balls virtually stepped
Wow. Wow. That's
on. And this isn't an ad. Play BattleBit remastered. They don't
this.
pay me to say that, but it's a
They
really
need to
great
pay you
game.
to say that. You'd be
I
their
really
biggest
want
fan
them
right
to.
now. Their
I
biggest
absolutely fucking
creator.
love this game, man. The game is so fun. So fun.
Tell the people why it's fun.
It's literally Battlefield 3 is what it reminds me of the most. Except it's 8-bit. The gunplay is surprisingly crispy for being as 8-bit as it looks. And there's 100% proc chat. Like proc chat to enemies and to players, like to your teammates. So I literally had a full conversation with a guy that got killed, and he was the enemy. And I just told him I'd lay there with him, and he kept talking like Bubba Gump. And just kept saying, Mama, where my mama at? And then he just died. And I'm like,
That's hilarious.
and then I had Tasmanian Devil running past me going, because he couldn't speak because he's the Tasmanian Devil.
I did see that guy, and that was pretty funny actually.
And that's been the best part. Granted, its downfalls. Like I'm currently have Seagull up, and some guy named Minecraft Villager is following him around, just in the background.
Reed? Reed's in his game? That's
I literally keep
crazy.
hearing it randomly go like in the bed. You can hear him in a distance go, like really far away from him.
That's so creative though. Like I would you didn't even really mention that. There's great prox chat in
That's
BattleBit.
what I literally said. That I said I was talking to a dead guy.
You were, but I'm saying like the prox chat, like the system itself,
Oh
not
yeah,
just that it's there. It's not it's really good prox chat. Like it
and it's
actually works
directional.
well.
It's
Yes.
directional and it's height based on where you are and how far away you are. It's great.
Yeah, like if someone goes screaming by in a vehicle, you literally hear it fade in and fade out as they're going. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
so far the most thing is fucking people playing Unfortunate Sons as you sit on the helicopter.
Granted, you've been doing that too, but you've been
But I
hum
sing it
singing
because
it.
if I play the real song, I'm gonna get fucking banned. So I go, "Bow down, I don't know the song, so I have,
You don't know the song.
but
That's what makes it better.
I need to actually listen to it and know how to do it, and then I'll work on it. But
Okay.
yeah, that game is fantastic, and you should try it if you haven't, because it's extremely fun.
If you like Battlefield, that
If you
style
like
of
Battlefield
chaotic.
style,
It's like what 127 v 127 or something.
yeah, and you can do 64 v 64, or you can do 32 v 32. Sheesh.
It does look. It's fun to watch. I was never into Battlefield very much, but it's
Yeah, just
definitely
whatever
fun to
you do,
watch.
apparently don't make content on it because between two videos, I've gotten 700 views on two platforms.
Great. I think it's just you. Skill
Yeah, I
issue.
literally have 4 views on YouTube and videos been up for 2 hours.
Sick.
Sick, man. And it's a short, too. It's not like it's a normal video. So apparently BattleBit is just disliked across the board. Anyway, what else do we have on the board for today? Nothing, because we don't use a board anymore. We just kind of fucking wing it the whole
Yeah, we're
time
just
we're
raw
here.
dogging it right now. Just
We raw dog. I'm
so
trying to.
Overwatch has a new bug.
Oh boy.
A new
Tell
one,
'em.
you say?
Yes. I've been watching Mr. Zenmeister play his Overwatch matches, and he informed me that there was a bug that just came out with this newest season. What is it? Season 5 now? And it said anytime you're under a platform, even if you're not in a room on some maps, like just under a platform, it increases the volume of everything going on exponentially. So he was playing Tracer, went underneath a ceiling, you know, so he was in a half room, if you will, and just all of his bullets were so freaking loud that is all you could hear. It was
You know how
I
there's
don't even
like
know how.
you know how the sound like is directional, so it goes through the wall.
Uh-huh.
Somebody probably fucked up when it hits the wall. It doesn't go negative; it goes positive.
Maybe
So it's just like
I was like, I said, I've never noticed that it was that loud. I was said, is this like brand new? And he's like, yeah, no, it just started happening after the season launched. I'm like, good God, how did they mess how did they mess that up?
It's a bad mess up too.
Yeah, I mean it's really like it's very loud. It's noticeably different.
I'm
And
telling you, my favorite bug still was the fact that you could jump off the map as Sojourn, and then if you slid right as you hit the death box, it didn't consider you dead, but you couldn't be
just
targeted anymore, so you just
invulnerable.
but
run
you
around
couldn't
as
be killed.
invincible.
Yeah.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Straight invulnerability. Hell
Doesn't even
yeah.
make any sense. Like
It doesn't. It doesn't. But yeah, you know, they're pros at their game, you know.
Yeah, they're extremely, extremely good at their game.
I feel like when when the Overwatch team as it exists now, when they do updates, you know, I feel like there is no testing before execution. I think it's just plan, develop, push that bitch out. Like I don't think there is a single lick of testing that gets done. Cuz I guess they're like the people will test it for us. We don't need a QA department at
Yeah,
all.
unless they don't do beta tests anymore. They literally just be like, oh well, fucking send it.
that's what you, the consumer, are there for.
Yeah, they'll pay
Exactly.
$60 to test this bullshit. So that's what they do.
Oh man, it just
Hell,
fucking
hey,
Overwatch.
when you releasing today, Diablo 4, they'll pay $70 to test that bullshit. There's
Shut
some
up! Don't
people who
make
paid
fun of me.
$100 to test that bullshit 3 days early. Like, game
Oh
sucks.
man.
Game does kind of suck.
And
And if you're
speaking
playing
of,
if you're playing Diablo 4 right now and you're like listening and you're playing Diablo 4, just don't get burnt out before season 1.
correct.
Because I'm hoping that a
And
lot of the quality of life changes that they decided to just give the middle finger to that they put in Diablo 3, I'm hoping they just add them in this beginning of season 1 and they're just like, ha, we knew what we were doing the whole time. But if they don't, the game's probably going to instantly crash into the ground and die.
And you know what they'll do as it's crashing down to the ground? They will shut down the servers for Diablo 3, guaranteed.
Yeah, just like they're doing with, if you didn't hear about this, that's what they're doing with Warzone 1. Is a lot of people have gone back to start playing Warzone 1 because Warzone 2 is kind of So people are like, yeah, I'm just going to go back and play Warzone 1. Blizzard was like,
Oh
Activision
yeah?
Blizzard was like, oh yeah? The servers are going down in September. And they're not coming back.
Y'all don't want to play Warzone 2? Got it. Heard. Shutting down one.
And so far, I've been fucking 5 for 5 on guessing what companies are going to die extremely quickly. And one of those that just happened, first off, Multiverses. Guessed that
Yep.
game was going to die after the first week, and so lo and behold, they shut the servers down. You know
Which
what
is
else is
so
getting shut
sad
down?
because it did have potential.
It did
It
have
did.
potential.
It did.
What else is getting shut down? The Cycle.
Yep, we knew that one
Cycle
wasn't
is
gonna
getting
last.
shut down as well. Let's see. I guess that Apex Legends Mobile would get shut down eventually because the funny thing about mobile players, despite being one of the biggest markets in the entire world, they can't be manipulated like console players or PC players. They're their own breed of person. They'll just be like, well, I don't like this game. I'm just not gonna play it, and then they'll just not play it. They'll go play something else.
Yep.
Which is why Apex Mobile shut down. Right? Blood Hunt shut down. I predicted they would shut down. I predicted Knockout City would shut down. I predicted Rumbleverse would shut down. Because once you play something and you're like, I would say you do everything you can do in a game like that, and then you look at your timer and you have only 3 hours in the game, that game doesn't have any longevity at all. And I'm pretty sure Blood Hunt fucked up because they decided they didn't want to balance the game and they just had super broken characters the whole time. But the Cycle Frontier joins them because at the end of the day, it was just a very poorly implemented Tarkov clone that
Sadly.
needed to do better, but didn't. And it definitely do be like that.
It does.
I just can't believe they're shutting down Warzone 1 servers. That's crazy. Granted, from Battle.net anymore, like, what can you expect? Like, the fact that they're adding fucking WoW tokens to Classic, like, come on.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
I think we
last
talked
time.
about that last time, but that was just what I can think of.
If Blizzard Activision is not making money off Warzone servers and they're just sucking resources, they're just gonna shut it down.
What else? What else? What else? Oh, there was a thing. There was that thing with Nick Marks where he said, "Leave the kids out of it."
Yeah,
And
that was a
then,
spicy one.
yeah, he just commented on like a Lebitiqua post. An LG, I don't know how to say. I don't know what all the letters are, so I say Lebitiqua. But he commented on a post like that and said, "Hey, just leave the kids out of it." Being a new father, and people tried to cancel him,
Yeah,
and
did.
they failed, obviously. But it's just funny that there was a rally, Lebitiqua rally, and they said, "We're here, we're queer, and we're coming for your kids." And
Yeah,
everybody's like, "Damn, Nick Marks was right." and I'm like, who sat there and decided that that was the chant for the rally that they were having?
Yeah, there's been some really spicy activity with that whole scenario that I don't get myself involved in. So
No, I watch from afar because I just don't understand. I'm never gonna understand that stuff.
I don't
It just
understand any
seems
of it.
pointless to argue over stuff like that.
Do you and mind your business. Don't get in
God,
everyone else's.
I need to unfollow fucking YouTube, bro, because all I get on my timeline now is fucking posts regarding YouTube and people asking for help, and that's my entire timeline now.
Because YouTube doesn't help anybody. They don't know how to fix their own shit.
YouTube, believe it or not, the Team YouTube dudes on Twitter, they comment on fucking everything.
Are they actually getting things fixed, or are they just saying things?
I don't know. They're constantly talking to people.
Because your issue still has not gotten fixed. So
I can't test. They told me it gotten fixed, but I haven't tested it yet because they told me to wait 2 days.
yeah.
And it hasn't been 2 days yet.
Which, Thomas, if they fixed a programming issue as to why his account could not set up banking connection, okay, could not set up an EFT. Oh, they said, okay, bud, we fixed it. Wait 2 days to try again. Why? Why would we need 2 days?
Please do not attempt to add payment method before mentioned time frame, as it may decline once again. The time frame has been provided, so the experts making changes on the account will get synced. Is exactly word for word what they said.
How long does it take to sync an account?
Thing that I can think of is that like it's a patch that they have to deploy, like it's just straight fucked up for all of it.
Maybe.
So they might have a release schedule that they gotta adhere to.
Well, I'm waiting because I don't want it to decline again and then me have to go back through that bullshit.
No, I agree with you.
I'm not doing that.
I don't want you to either. But and why is the reasoning behind why you have to deal with that? Because you'd like to stream on YouTube, but you can't set up any sort of payment link. Yeah, because
which is great.
Great.
Such a weird
Fun
process to have fail because it's just routing numbers. Like,
yeah, literally the only platform that has not provided an issue. I mean, a massive issue, not just like nitpicking or whatever. It has been Twitch, and that's really saying something because Twitch has been full of problems.
I mean, they literally got the name Purple Snakes. Like,
yeah,
people literally started calling them the Purple Snakes.
Well,
I am watching. I'm really sad because what I want to play and what I want to invest my time in is CS:GO. But
yes.
The problem is, the people that play CS:GO right now don't fucking care about the game.
It sure seems like that.
With CS2 coming out relatively soon, which is what they continuously keep saying, nobody cares anymore. There's been people on Twitter and TikTok who have said they're going to unban every cheater for CS2 because their bans aren't going to carry over. So all everybody's doing now is cheating, and they just don't care. Those
If
people just
anyone believes that, they got to be high, because why, if so little about the game is changing, why would they just nullify any bans that they've done in the past for 10 plus years? I don't understand that. Like, that just makes legit zero sense.
I
Why
mean,
would they make that
this guy
decision?
literally said the community is so nice. I got a lot of tips on how to uninstall the game and kill myself. Where's my beta key? Like, it's insane. And I want to play it, but at the same time, I'm just gonna go play fucking BattleBit because at least I can have funny interactions in that game, and I'm not subjecting myself to the people who don't even want to try and win a game. Like, I've basically given up on getting global because it's just not possible. I mean, even in Face It, bro, the first game I played in the last 3 weeks of Face It, it was two dudes chasing around a Spanish guy yelling slurs at him because he was Spanish. And I'm like, this is Face It, bro. Like, this is supposed to be even more serious than MM. This is worse.
Yeah, it really was too. What do you do when the entire gaming ethos just is a bunch of dickheads? What do you do? What do you do? I don't even know. Doesn't make sense to me.
Oh man, I don't get it. And then you have like games like Apex, who just seems like they've given up on their game because they're just like everybody. They're the syndrome meme from Incredibles. Right? If everybody's super, then no one will be. If everybody's master, then no one will be. Like,
And how many people are
there
masters
are.
right
Let
now?
me go look it up.
Has it been
Apex
updated?
Legends. What ranks list rank distribution? Let's see, distribution statistics across all three platforms currently in the game. This is old. 16% of players are in master.
That's wild.
That's hilarious.
16% of players. This is Apex Legends status.com. There is not a single rank combined that compares to who's in master.
That's just literally crazy.
It does not tell me how many people though. I'd have to like do the math. Let's do the math. How many
League's
people?
also following a similar issue. They're changing the ranking system because too many people are diamond.
In League, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, at least Diamond is considered, what, average, above average?
Diamond is supposed to be like top 3%.
Oh, is it really? Why did I think that was...
Really?
Yep.
No, wow. I really thought it was supposed to be like an
There
above average
are
rank
over 700,000 masters right now.
on Apex.
What?
Yeah, out of 4 million people.
Jesus
What?
criminy.
Which is absolutely insane. Somebody did the math recently. 1 in 10 Apex players are master.
Well,
That's
like I said
By
before, we can make fun of the game and say, haha, like this is stupid, it doesn't make sense. But genuinely, like it really does suck for the people that are actually skilled at the game,
Yes.
because they're not going to be able to progress. I mean, they do progress, but
Your achievements mean nothing.
they're stuck being swarmed by people that really shouldn't be there, and it
Or
just ruins the overall experience.
what I've been hearing the most complaints from pros is they say you either play solo queue and get a bunch of tree huggers who want to stay in trees and just want to hide until the end of the game because that's the best way to play now. Is that, or you play with a 3-stack and you literally run down people who don't belong in your rank.
Yeah.
They said both options are extremely boring, so most people play 2 hours and then get off because they can't handle it. They say it's so
just
unbelievably boring that they can't play it.
It's unfortunate.
And I'm like, dude, kudos to like Schmeeg. Schmeeg just holds his pred rank. I couldn't sit there and do that every day just to hold a rank. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah, it's rough. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. Just don't want to deal with it.
But I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it is what it is. Um, people just kind of have to fucking they just kind of shrug and move on. Was there anything? Oh, that they must have just changed. They must have just started talking about the change because Riot's trending. Oh
Oh
yeah,
boy.
let's speaking of Riot, bro.
Ooh,
Oh
we
wait,
know.
Riot's trending because second nights of riots in France. Never mind. Um,
Or different
damn,
riot.
it said gaming, and I'm like, oh damn, gaming trending.
I heard
The
France
first
got a
one's
lot
just
of gamers.
a literal car on fire.
Jeez.
Valorant has released a character named Deadlock and is already the most hated character in the game. And people can say whatever they want. I'm going to just tell you their abilities. Her abilities are she throws a grenade that blows up on impact. If you get hit by the grenade, you go slow and you instantly crouch and you cannot uncrouch until you leave the grenade's radius, which is stupid. And I mean, it's literally immobilization. One of her abilities is a sonic like charge thing where you put on the wall and it turns invisible. And if somebody makes enough noise next to it, it's a big ass area that concusses them completely. So they can only shoot one bullet at a time and they can't see very well and they can't move very fast. Her third ability is like a barrier that comes out at like she throws a ball down and out of the middle of the ball it shoots 4 walls out in 4 different directions. Walls can't be walked through, but they can be shot through, which you can literally use that to block off an entire area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her ultimate is like a nano chain, right, where you throw it. Also, by the way, I just watched a clip of it before I moved past her barrier. Her barrier takes too many bullets to kill that you don't have enough in your reserve pistol to kill it anymore because Riot nerfed how many bullets you carry in reserve in your guns.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that.
So
Yeah.
it's you now have 2 less of bullets in your pistol to break her barrier on pistol round as a single person. Right, great. Her ultimate is like this chain thing that when you throw it, it'll bounce off of walls and hit an enemy. And when it hits the enemy, it puts them in a cocoon, like to where they can't see, move, do anything. They're just in a cocoon, and it starts pulling them back to the start of the ult. The cocoon can be shot, but if they get pulled back to the start, they just die.
They just flat out die instantly. Yeah.
And if you shoot the cocoon and they break out of the cocoon, wherever they're standing when they break out, they're just standing there. So you can pull them up in the air. If somebody shoots the cocoon, they're literally just a pinata in the sky, and you can just shoot at them while they're falling. And I'm like, who at Riot sat there, took the fattest fucking hit of a light bulb, and then made this character?
Yeah, it doesn't. It seems
giving up on Valorant now.
Yeah, it seems weird.
I said that they're going to suffer the same thing is because Riot's really good at just making characters over and over. Valorant's going to fall into the same pit hole that fucking League's in, where it's just power creep and the new characters are way better than the old characters just because their abilities are more complex. And they're just like
passives.
They have like a Phelios, for God's sakes. That man has 17 abilities. Like you know, and I see that happening. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to boot up. I don't even want to like hop on Valorant and just play with Breeks anymore because I don't want to face Deadlock. That is not fun. At least it doesn't sound fun. I haven't done it yet, and I don't plan on doing it.
I mean, I don't know how that would translate to new players of the game, but I would assume it would be very annoying to go against an enemy that can literally fully disable you and then you have no idea where you are and nothing you can do.
Bro, what if you got hit with a flashbang and it just spun you around?
Dude, that would be so frustrating.
Oh, don't give them ideas. Someone's gonna.
Instead of a flashbang, it just turns you around a 180. Like
no, it's a randomly generated direction. Yeah.
No, dude, 180 would be so funny because you could make a play like that. Hit me with the grenade. Hit me with the grenade. And you just...
No, it can't. I can just see that could be really busted.
hitting yourself
Dude,
with a counter 180 grenade.
Dude, imagine somebody swinging up a ramp and they're looking a direction and the grenade goes off and they're just turning around walking the other way. Like, because what's funny is their input would switch too. So they're holding left, they would just start walking back down the ramp.
That would be infuriating.
That's hilarious.
But oh man, it's just I had a few other things that I was going to talk about, but to be honest, I don't fucking remember what they were. I've been having stuff in my brain ready for the podcast, and then Lisa was like, "Podcast?" I'm like, "Fuck, I don't remember anything that I was talking about."
You gotta start writing shit down, my boy.
Yeah, dude. What is this, bro? People are weird on Twitter. This guy posted a picture of who is this? The bitch, the ADC Katarina. Whatever her name is. Samira. Ra. This is all in full caps, by the way. Posted a picture of her and said, "Raw Riot, take my money, please. Just one sniff of her tummy sweat, please." And then started barking.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Does anyone know how to unread a tweet?
Yeah. That's cute.
Oh, she's getting an ultimate skin. That's why.
Of course.
And then this guy's playing Blitzcrank on a fucking steering wheel. I don't know what's going on anymore, dude. I give up.
I'm telling you.
That's awesome.
The gaming space is a strange place these days.
Yeah, the internet is very weird.
That's an understatement. I think it's always been weird, but it's gone next level.
Has there been any other like protest stuff we need to talk about? We didn't really even talk about what Twitch was doing either. We just kind of glossed past the Twitch thing. Twitch. We literally said Twitch being stupid. Look it up, and then just kept going.
We just assume that people are knowing what's going on, but well, do you want to give
I mean,
a short
if you
summary?
don't know what's going on in a super short, lamest term summary, Twitch is changing a lot of their policies regarding branding guidelines, tax guidelines, apparently a little bit with their platform, and it pissed a lot of people off, a lot of big streamers, because let's be honest, that branding stuff doesn't really affect people like me who don't subject their audience to affiliateships that are like G Fuel or anything. But
even that would be a freaking partnership. But the affiliateships of if you spend $200, you can get 6% off.
yeah,
and
use code
use my code.
Right. I don't really do those, so those don't really affect me. But it affects a lot of other people who make money off of ads. So they automatically started jumping ship like super fast, which is why we started talking about Kick and YouTube and everything is switching over to those platforms. But the downside is that none of those platforms are fucking ready for a mass amount of people to come over. I mean, when Kick signed XQC, the platform literally crashed.
Yeah.
So like, are they actually ready for an influx of people?
I know their support system isn't, since they don't fucking have one.
What do you mean? Their support system's so good.
Yeah, you're right. A bunch of outsourced work from customer service, call center people from wherever, answering general questions out of a handbook. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, speaking of that, I got mad at the fucking support guy yesterday. And
Which
I
one?
didn't mean to be mad or mean to him or anything, but I was frustrated because I had gotten transferred like 7 different times trying to talk to Google support. And I finally started talking to this guy. And I told him straight up. He was like, "Yeah, we can't fix the problem. I can't fix it from here. But try this." And he sent me exactly, like, he didn't send me a troubleshooting thing. He sent me directions on how to link my bank account, which is what I've already done.
And it didn't work.
And I was like, yes,
That's
this is exactly what I did. And it still doesn't work. It's crazy. I said, these are the steps I took to send you the screenshot of the error code that I'm getting. Okay, send me a screenshot of that error code. I've already sent it to you. And he said, have you tried a new browser? I said, I've tried a new browser. I've tried 3 bank accounts. I've tried a different bank, brother. I said, you know what? I'm like, can we just escalate this to a dev? Because I know that's the next step, right? IT's like, or when fucking customer support can't help, they're like, we'll just up it to somebody who might be able to investigate. Somebody like Thomas, who's not dumb, right? I'm like, just send it to Thomas. Send it to a dev who can look at the code and tell me what the problem is. I said, because you taking 5 minutes to respond to me because you have to Google translate everything that you're saying isn't helping anybody. And then you Googling the same answers that I'm Googling that I've already tried doesn't help anybody either. And then he sent me 6 rapid fire copy and paste messages and then said he couldn't help me. And I was like, great.
I'm on break.
So I waited for the next day and then did it again, immediately got somebody, and she went, yeah, we can't do anything about this, but I'll escalate it up to our specialists and we'll get back to you in a couple days about it. And I'm like, thank God. It was literally a 5-minute conversation, and I was in a for an hour and a half with a bunch of dumb people. And I'm like, what is going on?
So dumb. Companies and their shitty support systems, like, holy crap, it's everywhere too. It's
Oh, here,
not...
you want to hear more about Kick, dude? Some guy just got thrown out. Or that's not even some guy. That's literally Ice Poseidon.
Oh, no.
He got kicked out of a Thai restaurant for giving somebody a lap dance. And he's in lingerie giving somebody a lap dance.
That's kind of funny.
He got kicked out of a restaurant, and Kick's like, dude, just stay on our platform, please, brother. Like, dude. And and you know what's so sad too, is a platform that has no respect like that is where everybody's gonna go. Because people love that kind of attitude. They love watching what is the right way to phrase it? And you can't say they people like watching degeneracy.
Oh yeah.
They like watching people be dumb and be toxic and be loud and stupid and annoying.
Yep. I don't know why.
I don't either.
Yes,
but
people love drama of any variety. Most people fucking eat it up.
Excuse me? Somebody broke the only up record last night.
It was already down to like 28 minutes. What is it now?
33 seconds.
Hell
no.
Yeah, brother. Let's go, gamer guys.
How?
He uses what looks to be an exploit where you spawn, you run to the left, and then you do this like really slow roll on some kind of bench, and it launches you straight up to the end.
Okay. But that's with an exploit, though.
It looks like an exploit. It looks like he was going slower than intended, but it launches. I don't know if there's something you have to press while you're in the air, but it literally launches you to the very end platform. And he grabbed the platform, ran 2 steps forward, 33 seconds.
That's wild. That's literally crazy.
Oh, yeah, because that's the any percent world record. So people are like, oh, because you got to realize, is a lot of people don't know about speedrunning. They don't know there's different versions of speedrunning.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, so people see, they're like, this just doesn't count, and I'm like, it counts in a different category.
Yeah, there is a category for that, for sure.
What else? Can we just throw some filler shit, like some guy getting banned because he got banned from a $12,000 Labitiqua Apex tournament because he supported Nick Merckx on Twitter? He said something like, I agree with you. Keep talking, something to Nick Merckx on Twitter. So somebody said they looked him up and they found it. And they said, we saw you have a tweet that you stand with Nick Merckx, so you're just not allowed to come to the tournament anymore.
There is a definite lot of separation that is happening. There's a little too much, you know. We're caring a little bit too much about how people have morals or values, and it doesn't matter. It's something like that.
Dude, Lisa said morals or value. Literally, the post under that is Nadia from Call of Duty said she made an OnlyFans.
Well, we knew that was coming.
Hell
Literally
yeah.
says,
I
I
don't know what that
finally
is.
made one. It has 12,000 bookmarks in less than 5 minutes.
Wow. I give up on life, guys. I'm checking out.
You
I
were literally
don't,
talking about morals, and I scrolled down and saw that. I'm like, yeah.
this world ain't meant for me, I don't think. I'm just gonna stay off the internet and just try to, make this farm thing work, I think.
Well, just show your booty and your coochie.
No.
Not even your
Show
coochie.
your feet.
Show
Yeah,
my
show your
feet, yeah.
feet.
Show the baby toes. Everyone
Yeah,
wants baby
something,
toes.
dude. Apparently, that's all you have to do now. Be woman, show body. OnlyFans money.
I don't get
I'm
it.
just saying, you could start a channel called Toe Jam where you spread different jams across.
Dude, we're not doing that. I'm only
I don't
doing
want to
it
make
if
my
Poe
money
lets me
from
do it.
dirty toe money, Thomas.
Today's apricot.
Thomas, what did you post in the group chat?
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
it
And
just
speaking
just
of morals, like,
give it like 13 seconds. Just watch the guy in the back. It's hilarious.
Did the man really just take a picture of her butt? Dude.
dude, I'm telling you,
It's
I'm
literally
not.
granted, she's dressed like good God. Just walking around a store like
She's
that?
in pretty revealing, like, athletic outfit. Is what she's wearing.
I mean, she has heart sunglasses on, Lisa. Like,
Listen,
it's not
she's
that's
at
not
the beach.
Yeah, or a bathing suit type deal. Yeah, it's whatever.
Well, she's not at the beach. She's at a grocery store.
That could be at
Dressed
the
like that.
beach.
And that dude just walks up. I mean, he has to be
Bro,
like 65 or 70
Bro,
years old.
Bro, the man pulled a move. You know he's done that before.
Like,
He was sly with
it.
It was quick.
Mad quick with
It was
bro.
quick with it, yeah.
He rolled up and he goes, and you see him walk past, and he goes, damn, hold on. And he looks down at his phone and pulls his phone out, and he goes, oh shit, hold on.
And then he
Yeah,
was
it was
gone with a
fast.
quickness.
And he was gone out. He probably didn't even buy nothing. I got what I wanted.
I'm telling you, I'm not meant for this world. I just the amount of degeneracy, I just can't.
Like my
Bro, I didn't know they had cake at Lowe's. Like,
Oh my god.
Oh man, that was funny. I didn't know they had cake at Lowe's.
Thomas with the
Damn, girl, you
jokes.
double cheeked up on a Wednesday afternoon. What you got in that car? Strawberries? I got the chocolate, baby girl.
I'm done with this podcast. Have a good night, everyone.
Lisa's gonna leave. Don't leave. Let it upload, Lisa. Anyway, that will be the end of the podcast. This was kind of just we literally said we were doing this like 2 hours ago.
I literally miss using some sort of guidelines because this shit just starts.
We need like we
need.
need to just have a list, like a chat, like our group chat just needs to have bullet points of topics we can talk about, and then if we go off on a tangent.
Oh, you mean like we did before? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not
Love
like
it.
Yeah, but we went super in depth last time.
Because I tried to give everyone the information. That's all.
And then I
It
scroll
wasn't
down more
that
and I
in
see a
depth.
golden retriever humping a fucking lion.
I'm leaving.
Dude, I'm
literally
getting off.
leaving.
I'm done for
This
the
is
day.
the best podcast.
I gotta stream in an hour. Fucking let me figure out.
Oh, one more thing. For the 6 people that listen to this.
Oh my god.
Listen, Auburn, near Auburn University. Best bow buns ever.
Literally called irritable bow.
It's called
Just go to
Irritable
it.
Bow, which
Like
is the
bow
most
bun.
hilarious. Well, the main business was Dumped Like a Truck because they do dumplings,
Mhm.
and then they made a separate bow bun business, which is delicious, that we went to last week, and it was fantastic. And we're gonna go back.
Before we end the podcast, I scrolled down a little bit farther on Twitter and I saw a guy dressed in a Dunkin' Donuts donut costume, but since he gets into it vertically, you can see the hole. And somebody said his poor swollen donussy.
Oh,
we'll
no,
see
not the Dunussi.
the donussy, the Dunkin' Donuts donussy. You know, we're calling it after that though.
That's enough.
His poor donussy.
That's enough. I can't.
Oh boy! They also said, if you've never seen, they had a new heirloom for Horizon in Apex, and everybody says it looks like a fucking sex toy. People are saying they have it on their dresser already. They just need to glue the little ball to the end.
Okay, that's enough. All right. Oh my god.
Anyway,
That's
we're
enough
done.
of this.
That's the end of our episode 5 of season 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it, the randomness that happens. Follow all of us on
Title
social
this one
media.
Degen mode.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
we'll call it
Christ.
Degen mode. And good luck finding either one of them on socials. Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.